Alright, so if you guys have watched my previous video, right, of me setting up the Dream Machine Special Edition, alright, and setting out the access point, alright, for my Unifi setup, alright, if you haven't watched that video, yeah, go ahead and watch that video first before watching this video, right, or else you can also watch this video first, alright. But yeah, so I've been using that for quite some time now, right, and I'm very happy with it, right. The networks, I can track all the devices connected to it, right. If I have a guest come over, I can do, I can give them like one-time access, this and that, really amazing, right? And so I've decided to, add on the Unifi Protect, alright? So it's basically like a security cameras, alright, for your home network, alright, or your offices, alright? That includes like security cameras, doorbells, all this and that. And then because currently in my house, alright, I'm using those third-party, cameras which are really bad, alright, and I need different apps, alright, to monitor it, and they don't even have a recording function, alright. So those are really cheap cameras I bought for less than $20 to $30, alright, and yeah, they claim to be 1080p, but in actually it's probably like 360p or 480p, alright. So I decided to get the Unifi, alright, the Uni Protect camera, alright. What I have here, alright, is the UVC G4 dome, alright, which is to be mounted on the ceiling, alright, as a camera itself, alright. And also here I have, alright, this one is the G5 Flex, alright, which can be mounted on the wall or on the table itself. So yeah, these two are I bought these two to show you guys the types of ways that you guys can mount the different kind of cameras, alright. So yeah, this one is probably, if you have a small offices, this would be recommended, alright. This one would be more preferred if you are living in a home, alright, because for me, I'm living in a high-rise building, so drilling is not permitted unless I get special permissions, which can take a long time. So this one is less likely to be used, alright, but I'm going to show you the quality of this the G4 dome itself, alright. So you can see for how good the quality is if you are using this for your offices, or if you are living in a landed home, alright, probably this also can be used as well, alright. But I'm gonna unbox both, alright, and show you the camera itself, and after that I'm gonna set them up and show you what are the features that you can do, alright, you can use with this whole Unifi network, and how easy it is to integrate these cameras into your whole Unifi system with the UDM SE itself. Alright, so let me just quick unbox this the G5 Flex to show you guys. They have different cameras for different needs, alright. They have a long range of cameras. Some is like G5 Pro, G5 Enterprise, all this and that. You can see which specification you recommend, alright. But for household, I would recommend the G5 Flex, alright, because the price is alright. Alright, so this is the box itself, alright. We have some user manual on top there, alright, to teach you how to set that up. Alright, but we are greeted with the camera itself. As you guys can see, this is the camera itself, alright, and we do have some mounting tools, alright. If you were to mount it on the wall or at the side of the wall, or directly above you, you have actually a lot of different kind of mounting tools, alright, for different things. We even have zip ties right here, right, and yeah, they also have this thing, alright, to let you pre-drill the holes first, and this thing to make sure that you are well centered and well balanced, alright, and it's like actually exactly straight up. Alright, so yeah, we have different tools, alright, to mount, like I think this one should be overhead mount, I think, alright, and we do have like a wall mount, alright. This thing is like a wall mount, alright, which mounts, you drill into the wall and you can mount it vertically onto the wall, or you can, like me, use it as a base and stand it onto the table itself. Alright, so yeah, this is the camera itself, alright. It's not that big, very slim, alright. So this thing can fit anywhere in your house really nicely, alright. But right now, yeah, this is the camera itself, and also like any other Unifi devices, all are powered through PoE. So yeah, so you just need an Ethernet cable, alright, and a PoE switch or a PoE network device like the UDM SE, alright, and you can power this thing up. There's no need for external power adapters, which is very easy to set it up. Alright, let's just talk about some specification of this device, and I think why this thing is good for a household, right? So correct me, just now I said this thing is 1080p, but actually this thing is 2K, alright? So this thing can capture videos at 2K, alright, because most of the cameras are like, you know, they advertise 720p, 1080p, you know, always 1080p in my mind, but this thing, right, is 2K, which is really, really awesome, right? And you know, and it has 102.4 degree field of view, right, wide angle lens. So basically, it can cover up quite a lot of area. Alright, so you don't need multiple cameras to, you know, cover different areas. Alright, this thing is pretty much enough, alright, for a lot of areas to be covered. Alright, so you don't have to spend a lot on, like, you know, all different kind of camera for every specific angle. Alright, so this thing you can just mount like at one corner of the house. Alright, you can see basically the whole house itself. Right, so and then this thing is IPX4 weatherproof. So if it's been raining day, if you're mounting this outdoors, if it's raining, all this and that, alright, you know, this, you don't have to worry about it getting damaged by the rain itself, right? Compared to my $30, $20 camera, just a bit of water, it's gone, alright? It happens before, and I changed a few times, alright? And yeah, alright, and this thing have like good low light, alright, which is really, really important for cameras, because right, if you know the area is dark, cloudy days, mounting this outdoor, right, it can be very grainy, very hard to see the details. Alright, if someone were to like rob your house, or you know, break into your house, it's very hard to see the face in, you know, at night or dark, right? And talking about at night, this thing also have a night vision IR camera, alright, up to 10-meter range, so you don't have to worry about, you know, it not being to see in the dark. Alright, this thing can also record in the dark as well with a built-in night vision IR camera. So it's really, really awesome, right? Security camera that is good for a household or even offices as well. Alright, now I've been talking and reviewing this for a long time. Now let's go ahead and see the G5 dome itself. Alright, so the dome is slightly heavier, alright, which I think is only able to be mounted, alright, on the ceiling itself. Alright, but worry not, alright, if you were to place it on the table, I mean, the way is angled, alright, it shouldn't be placed on the table, alright. If you were to get in this camera, you already, you know, you have to be prepared to, you know, mount it on top anyways, right? Alright, but based on what I see, alright, you can also actually put it on the table, because you see the flat surface below, and the camera is pointing upwards, so you can just like leave it here, alright, and you probably can still see the area around. Alright, so yeah, this camera is like way more heavier than this itself. Alright, and let's see what accessories we get as well. Alright, so we have the wall mounting tool with all the screws, you know, all the screws there, so you can pre-drill the holes first. Alright, all the screws, all the metal plates, all this and that. Alright, and mounting tool, this is to protect your Ethernet cable, right, through the wall. I just drop it. Anyways, yeah, that's probably not important. Right, and yeah, and another user manual. So that's all you get in the box itself. A lot of tools, all this and that, alright, for you to drill it onto the wall itself. Alright, so now let's just talk about the specification of this G4 dome. Alright, so the first thing is the camera quality. Alright, so this thing can also do around like 1.8K to 2K. Alright, the resolution is a bit funky. It's like 2566 by 1888. That is about 2K plus ish, 2.7K ish resolution. Alright, it can record up to 24 FPS. Alright, and yeah, this thing also has a built-in IR, so you can do night vision, low light mode, the same as the G5 dome. Alright. But the difference between this and this, alright, is that this thing also has a built-in mic, so you can hear what other people is saying. Alright, so this thing also, since this thing is to be mounted, you know, outdoors or on the ceiling, alright, this thing also have IPX4, alright, rated water resistance, so you don't have to worry about, you know, it being, you know, hit by the rainstorm and such. Alright, and also since this thing is also mounted up, like I say, up there or outdoors, right? So this thing also has a IK08 rated, alright, temper protection. Alright, what this means, like this thing, alright, if someone were to, you know, hit it with a baseball bat or try to temper it, alright, it's pretty hard to damage this thing, right? So the outer shell, all this is very well rated, alright? So yeah, it's very hard for someone to damage this thing. Alright, so yeah, it's very good to mount this outdoors or in those areas that, you know, is prone to, like, you know, a sort of security risks like bank vaults, all this, alright? Or if you have a really you know, a place that you don't want anyone to go in, you know, and you want something that, you know, can really capture without it being tampered, this is the one for you. And that's and hence the weight itself, right? So this thing feel much more solid, all right, than this thing itself, all right? Yeah, this thing is like some simple plastic, all right, but this thing feels like a very hard plastic, a ceramic kind one, all right, which is really, really good, all right, if you will place this outdoors. All right, and also this thing also same is powered by a PoE port. All right, so you just need like the UDM SE or any switch that has a PoE output. All right, you know, just don't need additional device to power this thing. You don't need additional adapter to power this thing. Alright, so yeah, these two are really amazing cameras. Alright, I'm gonna just you know, connect this to my Unifi network. Alright, and you guys can show you guys what it can do, the quality on these two cameras. Alright, and you know, all the features it has, this and that. Alright, and after that, give you my final verdict. Alright, so right now I'm just gonna set this up, and I shall see you guys over there. Right, and yeah. Alright, so setting up the cameras is very simple. First thing I will do is to connect one end of the Ethernet cable to one of the available ports in my UDM SE, alright, and another end into my camera itself. Alright, and yeah, and let's repeat the same process, alright, for my G4 Dome and the G5 Flex. Once I both connected, alright, the UDM SE will auto detect the individual camera itself, and they will do an auto update to both of the camera itself. So once the update is done, I am ready to use the camera. It is that simple to set it up. There's no need to do any technical configurations, this and that. So once you're done, alright, you can immediately see the live view, alright, on the camera itself, and the quality is really great on both cameras, way better than the current camera that I'm using. Alright, as you guys can see right here, the difference between the two. Alright, although the G4 Dome, alright, is slightly of a lower resolution, alright, but both display excellent quality compared to any other cameras I see out there. Alright, and with the zoom details, and you can see both of them zoom in 800 times, alright, can see quite clearly the image itself, right, with 800 times zoom, which is really, really incredible. I never have done that with any of the other cameras, and keep in mind that this camera only costs you know, a few $100 only, alright, compared to any other cameras that you use out there with the same zoom quality. At that quality, you probably got to pay 2 to 3 times more. Right, but with this, right, I get excellent quality, really good zoom quality as well. Alright, although the G4 Dome, like you see, although the zoom also slightly blurred, right, compared to the G5 Flex, alright, but the durability of the G4 Dome and the extra, you know, plastic cover on the camera itself, you know, slightly reduce the quality of it, right? But nonetheless, it's still really, really good. Alright, I'm in love with both of the quality, and as you guys can see, and for the night vision mode itself, both camera also did exceptionally well, alright, in night mode. Alright, you can see me very clearly, and yeah, all the details and such. Right, you can see all the other details, the small details. Right, the infrared is really good compared to mine one. I have it right. I'm using it. Alright, they claim to have night vision. It works very well. Right, and the resolution is really, really bad. I think that's like, I don't know what kind of resolution is that. Alright, but with this, alright, at least you get a really good, decent night vision quality camera. Alright, compared to any other brands out there, probably I have seen some of their night vision is really bad. Alright, but this one is really good, so you don't have to worry about using this either one of the G4 Dome or G5 Flex or any of the ubiquiti cameras for at night. Alright, you can feel really, really safe and really good while using the night vision itself. Alright, so yeah, And and they have different functionalities, like they have the different kind of detection mode. So if you don't want to continuously record, they have like detection mode, like it detects someone's walking, all right, or a vehicle pass by, you know, an object and such. They are different. They will detect it. They will do probably a 30 seconds to 1 minute recording, so you can play back who, you know, come to your house, who walked past, you know, this and that. You can always see right here, right? All the detection will be do it live. All right, and if you want continuous recording, you have to add in your own hard disk or your solid state drive into the UDM SE yourself. All right, and to enable continuous recording, all right, so that you can, you know, record continuously. All right, and this thing can support up to probably 10, 20 or 30 terabytes of single hard disk. If you want, you can connect your external NAS storage to it, all right, via available Ethernet ports on the UDM SE, and you're good to go. So it's very simple as well. Alright, but for now I'm gonna just keep it as continuous. Probably I might update. For now I'm just keep it as, you know, motion detected. Alright, but in the future I might, you know, connect add in a hard drive for continuous recording if I need to. Alright, and yeah, for each individual camera they have a lot of settings that you guys can adjust to your own liking or to your own needs as well. The setting is a lot. You can adjust the resolution, the frame rate. You can adjust when to record, when to stop recording, when to do an update, which is really important, alright, because security cameras need to be up 24/7. So if there's like an update, you know, or there's a downtime, you can configure when it to be downtime and such. Alright, probably you're at home, then you can, you know, update it, or, you know, and such. So yeah, this is a very, very good thing, and you know, you can use it to configure it, right? The Unifi give the configuration to you, so all the configuration you can do whichever you want without any limitation or restriction at all. So with the dashboard itself, you can see with the total uptime, you know, all the activities, you know, who walked by, who walked past, all you can see on the dashboard itself. Or if you see anything suspicious or, you know, out of the blue, you guys can check it, right, and individually click on the, you know, the motion detector one and play back and see, you know, what happens during that time of the day. So yeah, so overall I'm very happy with how it's set up, right? I can, after setting it up, right, after plugging my cameras in, I can go straight into, you know, doing my settings for the cameras, you know, all this and that. Very straightforward. There's no need to be really technical to do this at all, and I can control all my devices, you know, see all my devices, see the network traffic all in this Unifi network. So I'm very, very happy with it. And yeah, this is how I set up my cameras, and these are the functions that you can do, right, if you were to get the Unifi Protect lineup of cameras as well. So yeah. Alright, so as you guys have seen, alright, the you know, the setting it up, you know, the cameras itself, alright, the quality are really, really amazing, really great, very simple to set up. Just plug and play, and then the Unifi will show up, you know, the application will show up that, you know, there's an update, just update it, alright, to get the latest security patch, alright, and for any bugs issue that users have reported, to make sure that, you know, this thing works very, very well. Alright, as you can see, the quality is really good. Alright, I'm surprised by the quality and really blown away by the quality. Alright, and furthermore, alright, you know, the G5 Dome is a more the G5 Flex is a more, you know, home friendly you know, camera, and I'm actually quite surprised, alright, by how good this thing is, right, compared to my $30 cameras. I mean, yeah, this thing costs more, but the functionalities, the, you know, the easy of controls, all this and that, alright, makes it, you know, one of my preferred choice for, you know, home cameras. This thing would be a more preferred choice. Alright, you have so many functionalities, you know, so many things that you can control. You can do the settings on it, so many micro adjustments you can do to this, right, and the recording functions, you know, the clarity of it. Alright, I'm just in love with how good this thing actually is. Alright, and comparing to this, alright, it is the quality wise is the same as pretty similar to this itself, as you guys can see. Alright, but unfortunately I won't be mounting this anywhere, because you know, I need to seek approval to mount it. Yeah, so if anyone is considering this, alright, for offices or for outdoors, alright, this would be a really, really great choice. Alright, you don't have to worry about someone tampering with it. Have a microphone, so that if you mount this on you know, areas that, you know, you don't want people to, you know, hear or see, alright, you can use the microphone to hear what people are talking about. Alright, very, very cool. little device here, right? And it's super reliable. Alright, so yeah, you don't have to worry about, you know, Unifi devices. Alright, they have a lot of great reviews out there. Alright, and I've been using my Unifi home network for quite some time now. Alright, since that video, and yeah, I don't have any issues with it ever since I set it up. All that. Alright, I don't run into any issues. All works really well. Alright, I do have a power outage once before. Alright, and it just booted right up. Alright, after the power is done, because my home switch got no, I think it's some thunderstorms or what, and it just booted right up. Everything went to normal. I can just connect. I don't have to reconfigure or reset anything. Everything just go back to normal. So yeah, and these cameras can certainly serve me really well. Alright, and yeah, it will definitely, I will definitely get more of the G5 Flex, alright, to add to more areas of my house. Alright, so yeah, that's all for today, guys. If you find today's video really interesting, let me know in the comment section as well. Alright, and yeah, once again, if you guys want to check out either one of this camera, or you know, a general camera that Unifi has, alright, I'll put them in the link in the video description down below for you guys to check it out. Alright, so that's all for today, guys. If you find today's video really interesting, let me know in the comment section as well, or you want to see more other videos on Unifi itself. Also, let me know in the comment section as well. But anyway, that's all for today, guys. And yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. And this is jForce Gaming. I shall see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
I don't wanna cry.